We do understand that South Africa is now becoming the powerhouse of MMA sports in Africa. I think maybe it's because the funding is available and the opportunities are there. So when you look at the talent from inside the country, how do you feel?
Well, look, I think Drickus has put the whole of South Africa and Africa on the map. The guys before him, we had Israel Adesanya and Francis Ngannou, representing Nigeria. Now we have, obviously, Drickus representing South Africa, and he's propelled the sport into the spotlight. I think that's where it needs to be. In South Africa, everyone is fighting to get out of poverty, and I think that's what makes us world beaters, is that we have a story to tell and we have a reason to fight.
Fighters that you touched on, that you took from Zambia, looking at how they are currently performing, what would you say, and maybe what's the trick up in the sleeve? Like, where do you want to take them in the next near future?
Well, look, they are training with other coaches now. My deal was to bring them to South Africa. This is where things are going to change for them. This is where they're going to get recognized. They're already household names in the local show, which is EFC Worldwide. So they've already made a name for themselves here, and they have eyes on them. I was chatting to CS earlier. Betway Zambia are already looking at them as potential athletes to sponsor. So I feel like my job there is done. Now it's just about nurturing and making sure they take the right fights and they look after themselves and don't get into any trouble.
MMA is gaining traction, but now we also see guys coming from the KZN having interest and actually showing potential that they can become superstars.
Yeah.
So how do you think maybe it could be expanded to some pockets of the country where they haven't reached yet?
Look, I don't know the statistics offhand, but I would say about 10 years ago, mixed martial arts was the fastest growing sport in the world. I think it's surely the fastest growing sport in Africa at the moment. Africans love to fight. Whether we're from South Africa, Congo, Zambia, we warrior nations. And war is part of life. And now, hopefully, mixed martial arts is going to inspire people to wage war in a different manner.
Lastly, before I let you go, there seems to be an interlink. We saw how you and Heki get along. We've seen when the Boks were playing outside South Africa, they went to support an MMA fighter. So how does it make you feel when you see soccer, rugby, cricket actually gelling together and supporting one another?
Well, I think the Springboks getting behind Drickus was phenomenal. It gave me a lump in my throat, gave me goosebumps. And that's what South Africa's about. When one goes to war, we all go to war is the same.